Hello, everyone. This is an emergency briefing on tomorrow's potentially prolific severe weather event across Quebec, Maine, and northern New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. Um, as you see, got some concerning soundings here. Cape is incredibly high. I mean, in general, this is going to be a very strong outbreak. Jay, would you like to go ahead and explain what the soundings mean?
Okay, so a good bit of these soundings are put or loaded gun soundings, which means that the environment is capped, which means storms can't form. While it should be a good thing, it's a bad thing because the energy these storms use to form is being gathered, and when this cap finally breaks, these storms explode and just start and hopefully not producing tornadoes, but that unfortunately seems to be the case here. Maybe even a tornado outbreak.
We have a high risk across. I don't actually. Let me get the graphic open for everyone. Canada severe weather outlook. But there is a high risk of severe weather expected tomorrow across southern Quebec, um, effective between 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, midnight, noon to midnight Eastern. Threats are winds up to 100 to 110 kilometers an hour, hail between 2 and 4 centimeters, rainfall between 40 and 70 millimeters, and tornadoes. In American standards, what they've highlighted for the severe weather is potential for strong, potentially long track tornadoes across much of northern New York, most of Vermont and New Hampshire, and almost all of Maine. 30% chance of severe wind probabilities, especially for winds above 75 miles an hour, and hail above tennis ball sized. Some models, including HRRR, show big hailers coming through in the morning across Quebec. And a supercell, well, these are discrete supercells that form early. Then we'll see semi-discrete supercells fire up along a boundary north of the St. Lawrence River, and they'll eventually congeal and then enter. Some before that will enter a state of Maine, and they'll congeal and enter northern U.S. and then dissipate later on Wednesday morning. Does anyone else have anything to note?
Yeah, quickly before we end this, I want to quickly take notice of the flash flood threat, especially in Texas and Louisiana. There's a moderate risk of flash flooding day 1 all the way to day 3. All for the same area, Eagle Pass, Del Rio, that area. Day 3 includes San Antonio, and day 1 includes Uvalde. Day 2 also does, and so does day 3. Um, Life threatening flash flooding is 100% a possibility here. Um, a good bit of this area is under a flood watch with San Antonio mentioning there was a possibility of life threatening flash flooding, especially in flood prone regions. So widespread 2 to 6 inches of rain is possible, and I say the high end amounts of 10 inches is possible, especially where backbuilding or trending of thunderstorms occurs. That's all I have for Texas.
Any other places we should look at? I mean, Arizona monsoon season for the past 2 days. They have seen great activity across the southern half of the state. Dust storms, severe winds, you name it. Um, and then general thunderstorm risk for the next 2 days, but that's expected to mellow down in intensity. But of course, flooding will always be a threat in that area with these storms. Is that all we have today?
I believe so.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Socials of me and Jay will be in the description. We'll see you tomorrow for another update.